Welcome back.
Welcome back, people. Let's address the elephant in the room.
It's only been like a month. We bet you missed us.
I know they missed us. I
Exactly.
was about to be like, there's no elephant, there's a bunny.
There is a bunny. I don't
Yes.
remember the bunny's name, so
How dare you? Do you even love that bunny? I'm just kidding. But yes, we are so back. We're so up right now. Um, and I think that the best way to start off this long hiatus that we've been on is with a song review. Maybe even two or
uh
three.
let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only like 13 song reviews.
Yeah.
Only. Lucky number 13.
Yeah, who doesn't love the number 13? All right, so we're gonna kick things off, I believe, are we doing Hammy first? Yes.
Yes, let's do Hammy first.
Okay.
I think Hammy released these songs. They're like first two singles, literally right after we released the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's Laughing Without Smiling and Spit. They were released at the same time.
Maybe right 13th. For 13 song reviews. Just kidding. But yes, I wrote down the release dates.
Oh yeah. So, what was your thought? We're gonna start with Laughing Without Smiling. What was your thoughts?
I had a few. Which is surprising because usually I don't write much. But anyway, so Laughing Without Smiling. I throughout the song, I noticed Eric goes from singing like he sounds very like monotone, but he like gets to be a little bit more energetic throughout it. Um, I don't know why I wrote down it gives me the same vibe as Late to the Orgy. Did you also
I
write
wrote it.
that?
I wrote it had like a similar start to Late to the Orgy.
I am so glad you caught that too. Um, oh wait, I wrote down like him being monotone and then more energetic. It's giving laughing without smiling. I'm like, wow, it's almost like that was the
Oh my
point.
God,
I
wow.
know, so
So
insightful.
good.
I'm so glad you thought the same though. I love when our brains just are like, yes, we agree on this. Um, the line clocking, oh, I think it's clocked in, but you're not really there. Or
Yeah,
is it clocking in, but you're not really
clocked in.
there? Yeah, clocked out on another year. I wrote down, I feel like I'm always thinking about other things and not living in the moment. It feels like years have passed by, and as if time is so slow and so fast at the same time. It's very jarring, is what I wrote.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't clock any lyrics for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did really like that. It's like a, it's like as fun as Freak of Nature, you know? Like I
Mm-hmm.
love Freak of Nature because it's just so fun. Like blasting that on the highway when you're stuck in traffic for 4 hours. Great memory. There was a guy that was staring at me and he was very confused. He was like, "What is happening in that car over there?"
You're having a moment. It was a moment.
But yeah, like after the whole monotone part, it just gets so like fun and like it's easy to sing along to. I thought it had a lot of like 2000s vibes.
I could see that, to be honest.
I was like, this is really interesting.
It like didn't stray too far from like Hammy's sound, but I don't know. It felt like refreshing in a way. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's just because it's been like a minute since like they've released music. I mean, it hasn't been like years or
No, it's
anything,
been
but
like
like
what, 2 years, I think.
yeah. But it was a nice way to like kick things off, I think.
Oh yeah. I thought it was a great start to the new Hammy era.
And we were very excited
I did like the interlude part, and I don't know if I meant the bridge here or the interlude or like the talking parts.
about.
Um, Either way, I gotta start being more clear when I read this.
It's all right.
But that song has been on repeat since it came out, so
Yeah, I was gonna say like um what else was I gonna say? Nothing I had. It was just like such I just wrote down so much that that wasn't really a point for me to like just add that in there. It was more of like here's like everything that I wrote, but I wasn't gonna like slam it down and be like this is what I wrote. I
bam,
don't
this
know.
is everything.
Yes. Here is everything. Yes. I don't know. What else did you have? Sorry.
The only thing I had was did not have to call me out like this.
That right there, because showed up, but you don't really care. Showing up to events, but not, but only doing it to get out of the house and not really enjoying the experience to the fullest. Watching people have a nice time.
You really did write a lot, my
Yeah,
God.
but not being involved. Having that out of body experience. Oh my God, Eric, please. Why did you do this to me? This was like,
Eric, come on the podcast, talk about your feelings.
yes. And I'll talk about that weird dream I had. But anyway, it was so stupid.
We'll talk about that later.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Laughing without smiling. Honestly, that's a 10 out of 10 to me. That's a
Oh
banger
yeah.
right there. On the playlist, always in the car.
Oh yeah. The next song, oh yeah, yeah, 10 out of 10 for me too, I guess.
Like, well, now Morgan, that's not how this works.
Um, Next song was Spit. Those were released in the same night. They were released on the same like as a I guess as a single together, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the only notes I have for this one was the lyric replace me with a hologram, no one will notice, let alone give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like I appreciate him calling out the working world and how like people are in fact losing their jobs to like I hate AI. It's so stupid, and we can go on a whole rant about how much I hate AI, especially in the art world, but like I appreciate him calling it out.
Yeah. I also made a note of that myself. Um, I think I don't know if I don't know, because Morgan and I had talked about like that line in particular, maybe like in passing a little bit. I just like briefly remember it. But I had wrote like perhaps he's talking about not really being present on stage or that could easily be replaced and no one would notice sort of a deal, which is like we need Eric from Heart Attack Man on stage. I need that the real thing, the OG. Anyway, I need to stop talking because it's getting very
Mr.
exciting.
Hammy, you need to be on stage.
Yes. First of all, the line kill yourself to live. Like you're
Accurate.
literally working to the bone in order to like get by, in order to quote live your life. And you're doing all of that work and it's like, are you really living your life?
Are you?
That's the question. Um
Nope. Drop my phone. Kind of.
did you have anything else?
I don't think so.
Oh.
It's not one of my favorite songs. Did you have a note for it?
Sorry, I just got excited by my note. It's really
Okay.
embarrassing.
Um, I'm not gonna lie, tone-wise, beat-wise, instrument-wise, it wasn't my favorite out of the Hammy songs.
Mm-hmm.
Message-wise, I love Hammy messages. They're just so good. Like he calls out so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it like a 6 out of maybe like a 7 out of 10.
That's fair. I feel like Spit was one of those. I don't know. It was so because like Laughing Without Smiling was right out of the gate. I was like, oh my God,
Oh
this is
yeah.
fucking awesome. And like Spit, I was like, a same thing where it's like the message behind it and like within it was so like powerful and I loved that. I think I definitely like it more now than I did when I first listened to it. I think it was more of like a let me like listen to it a little more
Yeah.
often. Um I would probably, I don't know, that's tough. I might go 7.5 or an 8 out of 10 for me now, just because I think it like did change now compared to when I first listened to it.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it too often. I definitely have not listened to it as often as Laughing Without Smiling, but like I'm sure it'll get there one day.
Yeah, I just need to let Morgan and you people listening know that I wrote down a note that said Eric's voice sounds very raspy and harsh. Sounds about as harsh as life. Wow, that is so
Well,
poetic.
Eric, use that in your next song as a lyric or something.
Anyway. Yeah, so that was Spit.
You're gonna love a note I have for this next song. Um, so the latest Hammy release is called The Gallows. You have the date. It was released on March 13th, which was like last week, I think.
Hmm.
Um, Another one I haven't really listened to too often because I've been trying to just do first listens and then I get distracted and listen to all the other music that I like.
Understandable.
What did you think of it?
Um, I see. I listened to it and then I was on Twitter a lot and I was like kind of looking at what other people said and I don't know. So a lot of the song, it's like, um, I mean, like one of the lines in particular is like, spent your last semester in the shadows. It gave like hints of like, okay, this is probably about like, I would assume college, but like that wasn't really like a
Definitely did not
guaranteed
just drop my phone on my foot.
professionals. It's okay. Is your foot okay?
Yes, we are
Okay.
good.
Gotta check in. But yeah. Um, I heard a lot of people say this is like the graduation song, and I don't know if that was like entirely intended. I mean, like there were like hints of like um why can't I think of the actual
Graduated from the gallows.
yes, thank you, Doy. I literally said like two of those words, but whatever. I don't know if that was like a literal sense of like, oh, the gallows are like I don't know, just being in like the educational system and like finally being free of that, but then you're in like the real world. Because I mean, I don't know. But that's like kind of what I was picking up on. I granted that's probably not correct, but
I'm gonna be
yeah.
honest, I didn't listen to this one and have the lyrics. Normally when I listen to my first listens, I try to pull up the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I all I could picture was like you're getting out of the lower ranks and like
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, like getting up to more like the real world and stuff. Um it's definitely a song I think will grow on me.
Mm-hmm.
I have only listened to it like twice. It's not my favorite right now, but I feel like I could get that little like switch flip whatever and it'll like be all I want to listen to for like days on end.
Yeah.
Um I feel like they took inspo from like Green Day for the instruments.
I was no, because when I thought this is gonna be the I literally one of my notes is this could be the new graduation song. You know how like Good Riddance is literally always played at graduations?
Is it actually?
I mean, well, not like a fact of like it's played at every graduation, but I feel like it's a popular song to play when somebody graduates. So I was like, oh my God, this is literally because it reminded me so much of it, but I didn't know if it was like the context I was thinking of it or just like the
I
sound
think
too.
it's the instruments that are really giving I can't think of what song, but there's a specific Green Day song that it was like reminding me of and I was like this just really sounds like he could have collabed with Green Day or just listened to so much fucking Green Day. My favorite note that I wrote down for this is
Hmm.
I feel like if we were currently in the times of the Salem witch trials, we'd be burning witches at the stake in this song.
That's the best note for a music review I think I've ever heard on this podcast.
I'm sorry, witches. I appreciate your craft. Um,
We do.
we
We're
do.
witch lovers here.
I did a tarot reading yesterday on myself,
There you go.
but I don't know why this song just really gives burn at the stake vibes.
I'm kind of rocking with that, I'm not gonna lie. You know, not to be a Debbie Downer, but the line never thought you'd make it to the ending. I never thought I would graduate high school, let alone college. And the fact that I did that was like, it
Give
just
Caitlin
blew
a
my
round of
mind.
applause.
Okay, well, Morgan also graduated both, so let's give her a round of applause. Yay!
Give Caitlin a round of applause. Yay!
Um, yeah, I feel like that line just kind of hurt because I was like, wow, I really did make it to the end. But now what?
This is our now what? We're a professional podcast.
We are.
We quit our jobs. I'm just kidding.
Could you imagine? It's just like, yeah, this is what we're doing. People are like, oh, okay.
Like, okay, have fun with that.
Yeah, but definitely one. I mean, I like the Gallows. I can't say I've been listening to it on repeat, but it's definitely one that I appreciate.
I definitely think it'll grow on me. As of right now, I'm giving it like an 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. I would probably agree with you on that. I think that's a good ranking.
Okay.
But yeah, and that was Laughing Without Smiling, Spit, and the Gallows reviewed.
Thank you, Hammy.
Yes, can't wait to see you.
Twice.
I literally forgot until Morgan said that we are in fact seeing them twice.
I'm
Anyways,
so excited.
y'all aren't ready.
I would like to thank every single artist that I am seeing in concert for touring right either like the week of or the day before every single goddamn holiday that's coming up because my manager is gonna kill me. Yay!
Yay! Morgan will be okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it anyways. What do we have next, Morgan? What do you want to talk
Um,
about?
this is a really cool guy. Really, he's a small artist, I think. His name is Alex Coles. I don't know how popular he is, but I've been listening to him for a while. His latest release is Somebody Like Me. Um, it's a really good song. I love this man, by the way. Alex Coles, come on the podcast.
Yes, you want to be on the podcast so bad. You
Yes, you
do.
do.
We'll ask you so many questions and make terrible jokes. But it's okay.
So, what were your thoughts on this song?
I'm so glad you asked, Morgan. See, I have a hard time doing song reviews because I just write down whatever and I feel like I'm being so formal. But anyways, um, let's start off with a lighthearted one. Funky beat at the beginning. Very, very in depth. Very yes.
Funky beat.
At the beginning.
Funky beat.
Yeah.
He does a lot of like funky beats. Oh my God, you should listen to Sour. Okay,
I'll have to
we
make
gotta
that.
stay on topic. This is just me telling Kaitlyn to listen to every other song from him.
But I love when Morgan gives me recommendations. Um, I wanted to check his Spotify listeners really quick, actually. But Morgan, share some of your thoughts while I do that.
I very much need to blast this at midnight in the car. It's so good. I need to go driving on the highway and blasting it. Oh, oh, thank you, Alex. He just
Yeah.
103'd us.
Mm-hmm.
He has 103.6K monthly listeners.
Yeah. Good
Go
for you,
him.
but also, why would you want to 3 us like that? Not very nice. Mm-mm. No, this is a wonderful song to have in the car. Um, what else was I gonna say? I just hate reading. I write down so many quotes from the songs. Like I just take lyrics and I'm just like,
Let me ask, did you write down the lyric way too full of dreams to ever be tied to somebody like me?
um,
I'm gonna get copyrighted.
I did. That was actually my first one, which took me a while to read, even though I only have 4 bullet points here, but you know. But yeah, that like hurt, but like why did it hurt? You know what I mean? Like, I
Because
don't
we're
know.
way too full of dreams and we don't want to tie ourselves down to people.
We want to go all over the world.
Yes.
And
Oh my
we don't
God,
want
do you
to
want to
be
go to
tied
LA
to
to be extras in the Green Day movie?
I mean, yes. Could you imagine the episode we'd get out of that?
Exactly. We just filmed the entire.
Yeah, I
They'd be
know.
like, "Get out."
They'd be like, you really can't do that. We'll be like, well,
Don't worry.
it's okay.
Don't worry. We can't go anyway. Tickets are sold out.
Mm.
I looked.
I looked. But going back to what you said, she's way too full of dreams to ever be tied to somebody like me. And I was just like, wow. She has many, okay, she has so many ambitions and goals, and he's feeling like he's gonna hold her back. She wants to see the world.
She was oh my God. What's the lyric from Don't Stop Believin'?
Just a small
Town
town girl.
girl.
Bye. The way I actually genuinely had to think about that. That's her. That's who he's singing about, if you didn't know.
Living in a lonely world.
My voice to her is all noise. Is she really listening to him?
Probably
Or
not.
is it just like she doesn't pay much attention to what he has to say?
If it makes him feel any better, I have the attention span of a rat. So if I had a conversation, I don't know how much I'd pick up.
You see, and that is how you market yourself to get people on a podcast. Let's see how well that goes.
Just kidding.
Like the water park song. Okay. You see, I would like to point out that the line "staying in one place is her kryptonite." Well, yes,
Well, yes.
I want to go all over the place. I don't want to stay here, but also yes I do. But also no I don't. I just hit my microphone. That audio is probably messed up.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs audio? Not us.
Yes.
Not for a podcast.
Morgan, what else did you have to say?
That's all I had to say.
Oh,
It's a
well.
really good song. Go check out Alex Cole's if you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Let's bump up those monthly listeners to get rid of 103. That way we're all not cursed.
get him to tour because I want to see him live.
That too, and get him on the podcast.
I know he just had his first headlining show like last week or something.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is.
I almost said who did he open for? You said headlining show. But yeah, let me just say that. Anyway, honestly, I can't decide if I want to give it like an 8.5 or a 9.
I'm giving it a 9.
I will, yeah, I'll also give it a 9 because yeah, it's just like so catchy and it gets stuck in my head. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's so good. A lot of his songs are like super catchy, so good, like interesting beat. Like
I need to
this one
listen more.
especially I think just stands out to me. It's just I love it.
Good job, Alex Coles. I
Yes.
look forward to hearing more from you in the future.
Now, I'm gonna give you two options for who we review next.
Oh, okay.
So, one has more songs, but one I'm a little more excited to review because I love this man with my whole heart. Um, so we could either review Nightly first because they just had an album come out, or we could review Knox, who just had his third and final single before his debut album comes out. We're reviewing all three of his songs because apparently we didn't review the other songs on the last episode.
Which is so hard to believe.
I know.
But anyways.
It's okay.
Why don't we save Knox for last?
Okay.
And we'll do Nightly. Because
Okay.
I feel like Morgan's vibrating. She's like, yes. But yes. Let's kick things off with the album Songs to Drive To, which was released on March 7th.
Slay.
Slay. See, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, have we reviewed the singles on the podcast?
We have reviewed why can't I oh, we reviewed Gas Station Cowboy Hats. I almost called it Cowboy Hats. We
Yeah.
reviewed Gas Station Cowboy Hats. Why can't I think of the other one?
I know.
Whatever their first single was for this album.
You know what? Be a professional. And I'm gonna open up Spotify again.
I literally know what it is and I just cannot think about it.
I know.
Oh, Night something. Nope, their band is called Nightly. That's what it is.
Yeah, TV shows.
Why did I
Where do we go from here?
I feel like we did that.
Yeah, we haven't done.
We haven't
We're gonna
done
talk
Mess.
about those. Gas Station Cowboy Hats.
I don't know if we did every part. We
I
definitely
don't
did.
think we did every
We didn't
part.
do every part, but every part is a pretty good song.
Yeah, that one devastated me, but
I
that's
may or
what
may
you
not
gotta
have
say.
sent it to Kaitlyn right after a terrible event happened, and I was like, "Wait, actually, don't listen to it," but it was too late.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't cry, but I was just like, oof. Oh,
Like
I keep
that.
hitting my microphone. Anyway, let's get into it. Anyways,
So we're not re-reviewing songs that we've already reviewed. We're just doing the songs that we have not reviewed on the podcast.
yes,
On the pod.
Morgan.
Yes.
Stop.
Stop it.
Stop.
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 I'm reviewing first. I'm just kidding. Morgan, what did you think about Stop?
My first note was too relatable, dear God.
Too relatable.
Too relatable.
Cut the cameras. This isn't funny.
But the thing is, if a man told me he'd die if I didn't like him, I'd either get the ick or I'd want to marry him on the spot. There's like no in between. It's more likely that I would get the ick, but
you know how
it is. That's why we're called commitment issues.
In case anybody can pick up on that. The dramatic pauses are very impactful. Very powerful. Because they're impactful and powerful.
They're very impactful.
Morgan, I look for you like a shelter. A place to go when danger is near. Not having this person's love drastic changes to your life. Drastic changes.
My God.
Where it's like, please stop. Yeah. The line, I don't know if I could go on if your love stopped.
I'm 11 apparently.
Yeah. That's just like, this man is down bad. He just cannot live without this
Okay.
person.
I was gonna save this note for the end because
Mm-hmm.
this is like about the whole album entirely
Yeah.
instead of just the song.
Mm-hmm.
This is the third horniest album I can think of.
Third horniest album is so funny. Oh my God, that's so
It's behind intellectual property and Youngblood.
Oh, I really thought you were gonna say short and sweet. Really thought
Fourth
you were gonna
horniest album I know.
oh, love that. Um, I'm there are a lot of songs on this album that I'm excited to hear live. I think Stop is definitely like up there for like most excited, I feel like. I don't know why, it just resonates. I don't know.
Well, hopefully they play it because I don't think tour started yet, so we don't know the set list.
Nightly, what's the set list?
Nightly.
Uh,
They're gonna be like, no.
please leave us alone. Yes.
I wrote I like the chill vibes of the beat because it was a very chill song.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Apparently not to my standards. It was dramatic and powerful and terrible.
I don't know. To be fair, we were also reviewing this at like 11 at maybe like 10:30, 11 at night. So
In a Wawa parking lot.
I miss Wawa.
Wawa sponsor.
It's only been like 2 days since I had Wawa.
But like you need it every day.
Exactly.
Right? Morgan, I just wait, are we moving on or are we giving like a review out? Like are we trying to make a segue and being like, wait, are we doing like each song or are we doing
We'll do the
whole
album
thing?
as a whole.
Okay, gotcha. Morgan, I'm a mess. I can't live
I
without
almost
Wawa.
quoted I almost quoted Fuzzy and I was like, that's not right.
You did.
Everything's a mess.
Everything's a mess when you come around. But I'm a mess.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
I'm so glad. So
We're glad, Morgan.
no, thank you. I'm
Prank
glad
on
you
my
let me know.
downfall. What were you gonna say?
So fun fact, this song, I don't know if you remember the opening to Out of My System by Louis Tomlinson, but the opening bass reminds me of the bass in Out of My System, where he's like, "Da-na-na-na-na-na," and then that's all I can remember because I'm so good at that part.
You were. That was so good. It's like I'm listening to the recording.
It's like Louis Tomlinson's in the room with us.
Yes, and he's a bunny.
I'm gonna start calling that bunny Louis Tomlinson.
There you go. There you have it.
It's giving August Moon.
I remember you briefly giving a little like
So-
sneak peek of your review there, and I remember that, yes.
Yeah, so any of our listeners who don't know who August Moon is, there's a Harry Styles fan fiction with Anne Hathaway and I can't remember his name, but he plays the prince in Red, White, and Royal Blue. I think his name's Nicholas or something.
Yes.
Oh, Nicholas Galitzine.
Yeah. I was gonna say Nicholas Guillotine. I know that's not correct. Fanfic turned movie, the
Yeah.
idea of you?
Yeah. So it was a Harry Styles fanfic where Nicholas Galitzine plays who is essentially Harry Styles. And then Anne Hathaway is this mother who gets with Harry Styles, basically. Yeah, and I was very excited for that movie to come out, although I wasn't a huge fan of it. Would rewatch, not a huge fan of it though. Now I'm a fan of Nicholas Galitzine though. But yeah, so the band, August Moon is like knock off One Direction, like from this movie. They make some bangers though.
Not gonna lie, they got some hits.
Not gonna lie, I do be playing some August Moon at my store.
Bye. So funny. Anyway, back to Nightly. This mess was probably the one that got stuck in my head like My apologies. Technical difficulties.
Wouldn't be a Commitment Issues podcast without issues.
Yes. Um, yes, mess got stuck in my head quite often. Um, wait, what is this? Not talking a lot for you to fall head over heels for someone. Was that a line that I just didn't put in quotations?
Maybe. I can't think of it off the top of my head, so.
Yeah.
And I'm a mess.
Overall, very catchy song. I wrote down that it was giving retro pop vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Um, one thing I noticed about the song was how like the lyrics were like playful, but I couldn't tell if it was like a playful thing and he enjoys the relationship or
Mm-hmm.
if like the person he's talking to messes him up, like mess in a good way or a mess in a goddamn stop talking to me because you're ruining my life kind of way.
Yes.
But overall, this song was such a vibe.
Yeah, I agree. Nightly, please play this one live. Thank you.
And I'm a mess. I'm gonna I'm just gonna keep saying that now.
Yeah. Please tell me why I wrote down gas station cowboy hats. I would be your groupie if you let me. Funniest line.
No, because that line was funny.
I mean, it was the funniest, but we weren't reviewing it again, so why did I write it?
Some of these lyrics were insane.
So true.
I give that a 10 out of 10, that song.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
10 out of 10. You know, Morgan, I just, every time we film, time flies.
It really does.
Because
Especially
we're-
because we're having so much fun.
Exactly. Which leads us to our next song.
I'm so sorry if anyone can hear anything in the background. I'm at my house and my mother is on the phone.
Yes, that is okay.
Shout out my mother.
Yes, shout out. The next song is Time Flies When You're Having Fun.
I fuck with the piano.
That piano, I fuck with that piano heavy.
Um, oh, my favorite line I wrote,
Mhm.
something about nightly and horny lyrics.
I know, dude. I literally, I bet I already know. I bet I already know.
I, no, I don't, I wonder, oh wait, no, I did write it down.
Yeah.
And then I just lost it because why wouldn't I? So, something about having sex in their car and then staring at the Rolling Stones shirt on the floor. That was definitely the lyric that inspired that other um comment.
Yeah. I wrote my jaw is on the floor after that quote because I was like,
Me
what?
and Kaitlyn, when we heard that line, we looked at each other and we were like,
Hold on, pause, rewind.
pause. Excuse me.
Um, what else did you have?
Um, the longing lyrics interest me because the concept of time sends me into an existential crisis.
Yay, good job, Knightley. We're sending Morgan into an existential crisis.
I like how we go from I fuck with piano to the longing lyrics
Mm-hmm.
and existential crisis because range.
Morgan was yearning during the song. You know, I'd have to say that the line feels like yesterday, but I'm not sure when we decided not to talk anymore is like, oh my God. Like, ouch.
Like, goddamn.
Like, I
Nightly,
don't even
nightly in
know.
there, not even horny lyrics, just sad.
Your concept of time is just so messed up. It's like, when did we stop deciding to talk? Like, when was that? It feels like if feels like it was just the other day, but it could have been like, oh my God, it was a year ago. Da, da, da.
No, because people from my past still haunt me. It's
Yay!
been years.
Yay! Good. Oh no, that's bad. I wrote down 255 mark where it picked up was one of my favorite parts. Although the unfortunate thing about writing these down is that I don't have the audio file, so I was be like,
Nor can we put the audio file in here for you to hear it because we will get copyrighted.
yes, and we would like to avoid that. But just know that if you're listening and you're at 255,
It picks up.
yep.
All right. Um, our next song. Wait, do you have more?
Oh, I just had time flies when you're having fun, but what happened when you miss what I think what happens when you miss someone is just like Oh, wow. Like we're talking about like, oh yay, we're having fun and like time's going by so fast and then it's just like I'm falling into this deep pit of like, oh, I'm so sad and
But then
like
time
I'm
also moves
stationary.
fast when you're sad sometimes.
Yeah, that's also true. It's like weird how it
Time
like
is a
picks
social
up.
construct. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, but
I'm
yeah.
kidding, by the way. For anyone listening, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
But Nightly, if you play this one live, I will need to bring tissues.
Pass them out. Instead of barricade water, barricade tissues.
Yes. We can just drink our tears to stay hydrated.
Or salty ass tears.
Yeah.
All right. The next song on the album
hmm
is What We Do. We talk. We
Oh,
yap, you
I
know.
was gonna say get off topic. We
That
do.
too.
We do talk, we do yap, and we get off topic.
Wouldn't be the Commitment Issues podcast otherwise.
So true. Make that a button. I was getting very like I see sometimes I say things and I'm like, is that even accurate? Because I wrote down 70s retro pop with a bit of distortion. But how accurate is that to like somebody who actually knows what they're talking about? Don't know.
So I thought this entire album was very retro-y and it like was very interesting because it's different than stuff they've done previously. They have like I wrote down that I like the falsetto style of singing that they have for the chorus, um, which is not something they do in a lot of their other songs, which I found very interesting, but I really liked it because it's new, it's different for them. I thought it worked very well for this song as well.
Yes. Sorry, I was staring directly at Morgan in the video. Um, I kind of forgot how like I don't want to say like not out of pocket, but just like how like I don't know, just the lines like only one thing on her mind and like she don't want to talk or like eyes are magnetized wherever she goes. It's like wow. Everybody's looking at her wherever she goes and they're just like intrigued instantly like what's going on there? I don't know.
My only other note was party animals. I don't quite remember which lyric inspired that one either, but like I'm really bad at writing stuff down.
Maybe you're just like I feel like Knightley was just partying it up,
Yeah,
perhaps.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Um, you see, I didn't know where to lead with that one. I was gonna be like, when I returned home from war, it was just me and my missus.
When I returned home from war.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Fun fact, I low-key did not know these guys were married until this song,
Yeah.
because why would I? Um, One of the lyrics I thought was really interesting though was thought it was a sign from God, and then it was in reference to running into her later at a bar. Like, what an interesting like fate kind of thing, you know?
What to
Where
run into them at the bar?
yeah, like the invisible string theory.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Because it's like you meet them once, and then I think later in the song it's like I ran into her later at the bar again, and then it's like you meet multiple times. Like you'll just keep meeting each other.
Why do I keep running into you? There must be a
There
reason.
must be a
Surely.
reason.
Oh my God, this was the one that I said I feel like a Sabrina Carpenter
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
feature would go so hard.
It was, yeah.
I need that to happen. Sabrina, please collab with Knightley to be on a remix of Me and My Missus. I don't know what that was.
Sabrina,
Please don't
please.
ask. Please, please,
Please,
please.
please don't prove that. Oh my God, I was bowling and they played the freaking music video on the big screen at the end of the bowling alley. I was like, oh, okay.
As they should. The line I asked her to dance, but she said not a chance, is so girl boss, is so like, pardon my language, is so fuck you no. I'm not dancing, not a chance.
I thought you were gonna say goofy because it's just like the rhyming lyric.
I mean, yeah, there could be silly goofy as well, but you know,
Oh, power to her. Don't dance with men you don't know.
that is true. Only dance with men that you trust. And if you say no and they get angry, no.
Mm-mm.
Put them on the bench. Put them in the trash can, actually.
Put him in the trash can.
If you were aiming for the fence, but she put you on the bench. Don't know what to tell you, buddy. That was my favorite line.
Some of these lyrics. Listen, love Knightley. Some of their lyrics make me laugh so
They're
hard.
so good. They're so goofy. They're so silly. I
Your
love them.
roommates stare when we come back with messy.
Hmm.
That's a quote from cowboy gas station cowboy hats. I don't know why I keep calling it cowboy hats.
I don't know. What else did you have to say about me and my misses?
I liked the style of the bridge. But also okay fade out.
Okay,
Okay
fade out.
fade out. I
I
don't think that's what
see.
it's called professionally, but that's what I call it.
And you know what? I would call it that too, because I'm not a professional.
We use our own terms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice try. Um, I don't, I just, this one, I think this one is my favorite off of the album. Not gonna lie.
Oh wait, are you
I
talking
can
about me and my
tell,
misses?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I can tell
No,
somebody.
no, 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 no. I thought you were talking about the next one.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah, no, me and my misses was pretty good.
Mhm.
Ooh, here's a
Nightly,
miss.
you playing that on tour? Question mark.
Playing on tour
Are
nightly.
you playing it on tour?
Playing on tour.
You want to do that? Um, okay. And for our final song,
I didn't know that I needed you, Kaitlyn.
I didn't know that I needed you either. I didn't know that I needed to sit on the basement floor and yap.
That's what everyone needs, is to sit on someone's basement floor, preferably their own,
Yes.
or a trusted friend's, and
Yes.
yap.
Yes. Correct. Yeah. I didn't know that I needed you. Let's talk about it. What did we feel?
I
How
was
did we
colder
feel?
before we met.
I
I
read
was
that
too.
too.
I'm like, oh, welcome back.
Oh my god. Did I tell you what note I had for this one?
I don't think so.
That line I wrote down, it reminds me of the I hate everyone but you guys in books.
I wrote, this is like the most interesting compliment because, wait. Oh, the whole song is it. I thought I was referring to the one lyric, and I was like,
Oh.
wait, no, this is the whole song.
Hmm.
This is like the most interesting compliment because I feel like if someone said this to me, I'd spiral.
Don't say that to Morgan.
Do not say that.
Mm-mm.
But like, it's such a. I didn't know I needed you. Well, I would hope that you would learn at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Why? That's so
know.
funny. I felt like, see, I wrote down that this song feels very dramatic and that there's a lot of build-up. The problem is that, like, it's been a hot minute since I listened to the song, so I was like, oh yes, how did this one go again? Which is really terrible of me to say, but it's true. And I'm
It
not
was
gonna lie.
it was not my favorite, this song.
Yeah, I don't know, it just didn't really stand out to me as much as like other songs had, I
Yeah.
think.
See, I wasn't I'm since we're at the end, I'm just gonna go into this part of it.
Hmm.
This album as a whole, it has its songs, but and it has like a cohesive vibe, don't get me wrong, but some of the songs don't feel like they fit on the album.
Hmm.
And then some of them were just like not like they weren't I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they weren't my favorite, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah.
Um I did really like specific parts of the album, don't get me wrong, but like it's I feel like it could have been a lot better and not one it's not going to be an album I listen to like on repeat or anything. Still
Hmm.
very excited to see Nightly live though.
Of course, because we love Nightly.
We do love Nightly.
No, I think that's a very fair take. And like as much as like we love some artists, sometimes we're just like, you know what? I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's okay. But I think you have a very valid take, is all I should have said.
Yeah, it's I think where you were trying to go with it was like just because we like artists doesn't mean we have to like everything they release kind of thing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where I was going with that. I just my brain stopped working, so that's okay.
It's okay. It's been a long week.
Yeah. Sorry to like cut you off.
Oh, good.
I noticed that like some of them, I guess the ones that weren't just one word titles were in lowercase, but the ones that were one word were all in uppercase. Did you notice that?
I just went to check my notes as if I typed it that way.
Oh yeah.
I was like, of course, because I would do, yeah, of course.
Yes.
That's interesting though. I did, now that I think about it though, stop and mess are in all caps and yeah,
Yeah. I was like, I wonder why that is, because then I thought, oh, well, maybe it was just the ones that they didn't like that weren't singles, but then I was like, well, wait, I don't think that checks out.
because, yeah, no, because gas station cowboy hats is lowercase,
Yeah.
but mess is also a single and that's uppercase.
I think where do we go from here is also lowercase, but that was a single
Yeah.
and TV shows.
Nightly, answer our questions, please.
Yes. Um, I think overall, I don't know if I want to go 7.5 or 8, personally.
I think I'm gonna go with like a 7.5 for this one because I do really like the production of this album. But like I said, I just don't think it's very cohesive. Like some of these songs just don't feel like they fit together. Um, and they're just n not all of them I would want to drive to.
Some of them you just want to cry to while your car is stationary.
You know, for safety purposes, yeah.
Yes, of course. Um,
Like would that
thank you.
sponsor us?
Oh, yes, that. Thank you to Nightly. We can't wait to see you live, and we can't wait to cry with you.
My favorite pastime.
Do we need to talk about that? No,
Of
just
course.
kidding. Alrighty.
My favorite.
My
I
favorite.
definitely just like blew out the mics.
We've done that before, but
We
you
have done
know,
that before.
it's just our excitement. We're just so
I'm
excited.
so excited. I love this man. Knox.
Mhm.
Knox and Knightley, they have a song together. That song is so good.
Facts.
So good. Okay, anyways, back on topic. Um, Bestie Knox is releasing his debut album on October, yeah. April 4th.
Hmm.
Um, I'm so excited. Also, fun fact, I'll see if I can edit them here, but like the album covers, um, for the first single, which is called Pick Your Poison, he's like they're folding up a paper airplane, but then You Happen and it's like even more folded, and then 50/50, it's like even more folded, and then the album cover for the official album, I think he's like throwing it. I need to stop talking. So
No, you're
fun
doing
little
it.
progressive fact progression.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it. So let's start off with Pick Your Poison, which if I believe was released on January 24th.
Sounds about right.
Yes. Morgan, what did you think?
Knox never misses.
So true.
Um, and then there's a lyric where he goes, "Can I pick you?" And I put cheesy bitch.
Goodbye. I would like to point out that I made a note on mine to say to Morgan, "Can I pick you?" So damn catchy. Wow, I have a way with words, don't
A
I?
wordsmith of sorts.
Well, yes. Um, yeah, this song like is genuinely one of the catchiest songs I've ever heard, and it's just fun to scream.
I really love This is not one of my notes, but I really love the fact that this song went so viral that people were like, "This is given 2010s." And like people who aren't even Knox fans were listening. Like Knox never misses. I'm telling you. Anyways, um, there was a lyric that says, "This is our song and this is your chance," and I wrote, "Don't put me on the spot like that."
Morgan was feeling put on the spot. She felt like she was in the spotlight for a moment.
This song is so good. I love Pick Your Poison. I also don't drink, so I would not be at one of these events for somebody to be like, "This is your chance." I'd be like, "Oh God, no, thank you."
She told me, honey, pick your poison.
Mine's
Mine's
a
a
lemon
lemon
and
and
gin.
gin.
Um, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does being corn-fed relate to alcohol?
If I'm not mistaken, which alcohol is made with corn, I feel like. Oh no, wait. I'm totally. Wait. I think I'm mixing it up with. Is moonshine made with corn? I'm so
I have no
confused.
idea.
I'm gonna sound like an idiot. Wait, hold on. Wait, this
Because he was like, I was a fresh face, something corn
fed
fed,
kid
kid
pushing
pushing 19.
19. Pushing 19?
19.
Well, I mean, he's from the Midwest,
He's,
yes. I don't
yes.
know
No, he's
where.
from Ohio. I guess that's the Midwest.
I can't really. That's another thing that I'm gonna sound like an idiot about because I don't
Well, it's west of
know.
us. So,
So yeah,
it's Midwest to me.
Morgan, play us something on the imaginary piano you have for us. Yeah, I have a feeling.
He said, honey, pick your poison.
I have a feeling that Morgan and I will not survive this concert because we will be partying too hard. Just saying.
Party hardy.
Yes. It appears that a lot of liquors are made with corn.
I was a fresh face Midwest corn-fed kid pushing. I guarantee you he just needed some other random lyric, and that's what came to mind.
Yeah, do you think we could ask him how much corn do you think you've consumed and he would answer or throw us out?
I'll tweet at him.
Okay. I would love to know the answer to this.
Do you have any other notes for this one?
No, I did not. I think I got so excited when I was listening that I didn't write down that much.
Oh no, dude, you're not ready for my other songs though. But
Let's hear it.
okay, so anyways, pick your poison. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. 100 out of 10 if you will.
Yeah, that's got a 10 out of 10 for me too as well. I love this song. Can't wait to hear it live.
I'm so excited. Anyways, next song, You Happened. Yeah, fuck you.
Okay. I love when I'm just sitting here and Morgan's like, you happened. I used to love the sound of thunder. No, I can't stand a rainy day.
I wrote, I don't like thunder, it's too scary.
Well, I wrote that I love that line, so we clearly had mixed opinions.
No, it's a good line, I just don't like thunder.
You know what, Morgan? Go play in traffic.
Oh, for that one, I wrote, goddamn.
You're like, Knox told me to play in traffic. That's not safe.
That's not
Great line
nice.
to say to all of my enemies is what I wrote.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna start saying that. Um, the lyric, I hate Tennessee accents. I've never met someone from Tennessee, but like, yeah, fuck Tennessee accents.
I have met someone from Tennessee.
Can you agree?
I mean, I thought their accents were pretty cool, but so I don't think I can say that. I think I have to be like, I hate accents and my morning jacket.
Yeah, fuck my morning jacket.
No, because I hate wearing a jacket in the morning.
I hate wearing jackets.
So true. I actually, I think when I was younger, I was like, I hate a morning jacket. It's grown on me a little bit.
See, I go out in 20-degree weather in sweatshirts because I just cannot do winter coats. The only time you will catch me wearing a winter coat and like 2 layers of pants is if I'm going out and brushing snow off my car. I cannot do a winter coat. Why are they so bulky? They're not comfortable. They don't keep you warm. People are,
Well, that one I would disagree with. I think they keep you quite warm, but
I'm not warm when I'm wearing a winter coat. I feel like they pick up the same thing with jeans. I feel like they pick up the temperature of the outside.
jeans I would agree with. The coat, not so much. I
I
don't
could
know what's going on
I
there.
could just be anemic. We don't know.
Oh no. Tune out next week to find out if that's true.
Um, August mentioned best month, specifically the 7th.
I wonder why. I wonder why you thought that. Go ahead.
You broke my rose-colored glasses. The only thing I wrote is and I don't know why.
Yeah, Morgan went, I?
I um that lyric, like Shake Shack, I used to love it, but now it's fucking disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Shake Shack has really good milkshakes.
Apparently Morgan still loves it.
I don't because I don't like burgers, but milkshakes, man.
Milkshakes are where it's at.
So true. And before my last note, do you have any notes for this?
Oh, I do. Another catchy bop from Knox.
Knox never misses.
I just think that this album is gonna be a heater. Why is that funny? Why are you laughing? I'm speaking the truth.
I mean, you are.
Yeah. I wrote down we used to sip gin and tonic versus honey pick your poison. Mine's a lemon
I know. I
gin.
don't know why I didn't write that because I noticed that and I was like, gin.
How much do you like gin, Knox?
I've never had it. I couldn't give anyone a description of it. Not a description, an opinion.
I have gin. I just haven't eaten it. I think. What is I
Eaten
mean,
it?
drank. I haven't drank any of it. What is it? There was like the specific kind, and now I can't. I almost said like. I legitimately almost full confidence went beat meter. What is that? I don't remember what kind of gin I was talking. Hold on, I need to. This is a little insane.
Okay, well, while Kaitlyn looks that up, I'm gonna read my last note. I have listened to this song a ridiculous amount of times. I'm pretty sure it's already secured its top spot for my rap this year because it's just so good. It's so good.
Morgan will be getting a tattoo. Just kidding. That's a joke. For you happened. Just
I
kidding.
have to.
That was a joke. This was the gin I was talking about. It's called Beef Eater. So I wasn't too far off, to be fair.
Beef eater.
Well, yes.
Sorry
And
to
you
anyone who heard the mic drop.
mic drop. Um, another 10 out of 10.
That's the only right answer.
Morgan would have killed me if I said otherwise. So yeah.
The only right answer. Okay. Our final. Do you have any more notes before we move on?
Just that I can't stop saying I hate Tennessee accents.
Fun fact, he teased it the week of Valentine's Day. Because this song came out the week after Valentine's Day, because why wouldn't it? But he was like, this is your anti-Valentine's Day banger. And I was like, okay, so release it on Valentine's Day. And then he releases it the week after, and I was like, Knox, come on. You had the perfect opportunity. But he didn't start teasing it until Valentine's Day. And I was like, my God, I need this song. And then it came out, and it's so good. It's like ridiculously good.
It's stupid good. Fantastic. We're gonna move on. I know all of you are crying. You're like, no, why is it almost over? To our final song review for today. And it is 50/50 by Knox as well, released on March 14th.
An icon.
Mm-hmm. My first note is this song is so devastating. LOL.
LOL.
In all caps. Well, the LOL is in all caps.
I love that.
Thank you. What did you have to say?
I wrote it's not my favorite Knox song, but I am obsessed with the harmonies he added onto the chorus because those harmonies, they were so good.
You were like, you harmonies. Incredible. The line 5 minutes and you miss me. I don't know why I wrote this. It's funny because I'm 23 years old and I wrote, ah yes, young love and wanting to be around someone else. It's so honeymoon phase. It really is. It's so honeymoon
It really
phase.
is, yeah.
The line is your heart still pumping? I've been getting nothing from you while I'm giving 100, and I'm just like, ooh, ouch. He's giving his all, and she's just not reciprocating.
I wanted to make a note of that lyric because I feel like there's not a lot of songs where it's like explicitly stated, you know? Like they'll be like, you don't love me, but then it's like he just said it in a different way. I don't know.
She's just built different.
I hope somebody out there understands. But it's so good.
Well, yes.
I made a note of the lyric, I'll sink for you as long as you're still mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crazy thing to say. That's insane.
Basically saying I'll die for you.
No, that's a I was gonna sing One Direction. But he doesn't say that in the song.
Oh, that reminds me of the Bring Me the Horizon song.
Oh, which one?
The one that literally says, you know, I'd cry for, you know that I'd cry for you, and then you know that I'd die for. Like, yeah. Sounds stupid when I'm singing it.
No, but that Knox. Goddamn, buddy. Are you okay?
Somebody check in.
Check in with Knox, please.
Yes. Um, the just like the line, I just need 50-50. It's like so sad because he's like, I'm literally asking for the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like that's all I need. And it's like he's not getting it.
He's not getting the bare minimum.
Help my boy out.
I wrote, I think the fact that this song is like not calmer, but it's not as like poppy as the other two, I think it was a great choice as a third single for this rollout. I know he did start teasing the title track. Sounds really good, by the way. Um, but I thought that 50/50 was an amazing choice, and I'm really hoping there are some slower songs on this album to balance it out because he has some really poppy songs, like high energy. Um, so I'm really hoping there are some like slower songs for this album.
I'm sure there will be.
I hope
And I
so.
mean, like, I think 50-50 definitely gives you that, like, confirmation of yes, that
Yeah,
will be there.
that like peek into it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
My final note, Blue Eyes mention.
Emmy. I think my last one was just talking about the quote, I need more than just okay. And I also was just like, man, that just like thinking about the future and the relationship and how it won't be able to thrive if it's like yeah. 10 out of 10, a good cry.
See, I give it a 9 out of 10 because it wasn't my personal favorite, but
Hmm.
Knox never misses.
And that's that. Put it on a t-shirt and you're good.
I will. Oh my God, I think I just found my outfit for the concert.
Knox never misses on a t-shirt. Bada bing, bada boom. What? Bada bing, bada boom. But yes, thank you, Knox. We cannot wait to see you.
Come on our podcast.
Yes, you want to come on the podcast so badly.
Dream guest.
Dream guest on my
Dream guest on my podcast?
Well, yes, of course.
Okay. Fun fact, I went to a hockey game last night,
Mm-hmm.
and in the middle of said hockey game, I have no interest in hockey, as one does. Stan Atlantic decided that that would be a great time to announce that they were releasing a Was Here Deluxe version with two extra songs, well, four songs. Two are remixes though, and I'm not a big fan of remixes, but two new songs and one has a feature.
Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, we don't know yet. It comes out in May though. May. We didn't find the date, did we?
That is so ironic that you say that, because no, I did not write down the date, although usually I'd be in May. Was it May 16th?
I feel like it was May 16th.
If I had to take a guess, that is what I would say. Thank you for
Yeah,
giving
May
me
16th.
yes.
We did it. I almost said May 17th.
Um, and then also exciting news is that, well, happy 5th birthday to Kid Crow.
We love you, Conan Gray. Iconic.
Mm-hmm. Kid Crow Decomposed is out now.
With new song called
Bed rest.
Bed Rest. I kept thinking bed sheets and I was like, that's not right.
You're like, it's not quite. And
I'm almost there.
yeah. They had the cut that always bleeds live is featured on that as well as Heather, the Lost Verse, which I've heard about it, but the way that I can't like think of that version, fake fan. Fake fan. But yeah, that's also featured on Kid Crow Decomposed. Haven't listened to it yet. I'm excited to
We gotta
lend my
listen to
ears
it.
to it.
Oh my God, I feel like our next episode we can review. I'm so sorry to go back to Knox, but we're gonna be reviewing Knox's new album probably
We will be.
because it's 2 weeks from now.
Who's shocked? I know I am. But yeah, we love reviewing albums, and of course we're gonna be excited to review Knox. I thought I had to burp, sorry. Um, you know, hey Morgan, you hear any interesting songs on TikTok recently?
Or if you're referring to what I think you're referring to, there's a video that I keep seeing of Drake Bell. And that man, just something about him irks me. You know, just so, ugh.
And then you were gonna say
Because
so irkable, and I was like, I don't think that's
that's
a
what
word.
I was going to say. And I was like, that's just not a word.
That's just not a word.
Um, ugh. But he keeps posting videos of some song, and I don't know what he does, but he's dancing and he just looks like a fucking cartoon character. He looks straight out of a cartoon. His child was in some of these videos, and I was like, I didn't even know he had a kid. If only the camera was recording when Kaitlyn found out he had a kid.
I know, I literally might have like broke this. I almost said broke the sound barrier. That's not okay. I was very shocked. I did not know that he had a kid. I was just jaw to the floor. Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's a song by the ocean.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
It's a cover?
Well,
I thought it was his song.
no, I think it is his song.
Oh,
It's just called By the Ocean.
see, I haven't put that much thought into it because it pisses me off so badly. Because why does he dance like that? I need people to go and find this video and just, why does he dance like that?
Let us know.
Suntan lotion. I don't know. I don't know how he sings
I
it.
know, I can't think of how it goes, but I just like know suntan lotion was
Oh wait,
mentioned.
suntan lotion.
A dramatic reading by Morgan.
I can't. I hate Drake Bell. Drake and Josh though, that was such a good show.
It was. We do not support Dan Schneider though. No, we do not. Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah.
I had a question for you.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been gone for a month,
Hmm.
as we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what have you been obsessed with in the time that we've been gone?
I'm so glad you asked. Well, listen, Morgan already knows what I'm about to say because Airbuds likes to air out my business all the time.
Yo, if we're talking about earbuds, I got one that'll do me so dirty that I can tell you about.
Only if you want to talk about it. But
No, it'll be good when you're done. Yeah.
yeah, I've been listening for. We reviewed one of Sam's songs on here before. It was IDC.
Yeah.
And I just have been listening to him nonstop because he had another song come out called Company. Great. And the thing, not to get off topic, but so they're going on tour, and I will be seeing him on Little Sky's tour on a Monday. Why on a Monday? Anyway,
Why not?
yeah, I just like really wanted to see Sam, but that's besides the point. I've been listening to him nonstop. And I forgot where I was going with that, so just kidding. Yeah, I've been listening to him a lot. I've found this group called The Strike and an album called The Lost Years. Just gotta say, um, great album. Highly recommend. I don't know,
We'll
it
have
was
to
just what I
listen.
needed, I feel like. I recommend Through the Silence if you're gonna listen to one out of the I forget how many are on it, but
I've been going through I've been trying to make my liked playlist, like songs like playlist my taste, so I'll have to go through. I'm trying to add to it.
yeah, I've been trying to make playlists for like the months. Like I have a February one and I have a March one.
Ooh.
I did not make one for January because I just didn't think about it until last month. But you know what? It's okay if I'm just missing one. Nobody's gonna be upset about it. But anyways, Morgan,
Um, we've been on a very big, well, we as in me. I don't know why I keep calling myself we. I'm one person.
because we're a unit.
We've been on a very, very deep dive of Neck Deep. And don't get me wrong, I really like Neck Deep. I've liked them since before. I just have been on such a kick of Neck Deep, but specifically the song Parachute, so good. So good. That whole album, I can't think of what it's actually called. The Peace and Panic, because yep,
Because yeah.
because yeah.
Mm?
Yeah, oh, it's called The Peace and the Panic. Okay. Um, such a good album. Uh, In Bloom is like the song that got me into that specific album. So good. 1970 something.
Oh my God.
I played this for Kaitlyn in the Wawa parking lot, as one does, and sh the jaw on the floor this whole time because it's literally about this guy's dad having a heart attack. I was like, oh my God.
That is
It's like,
so sad. That was so sad.
fun fact, and then is this album called some? It's all distortions are intentional. The song Don't Drive If You're Sad to the song Empty House.
Note to self. Nightly songs and then empty house. Don't drive while listening to it. You will cry.
You will cry. When You Know, such a good song. I actually their album Neck Deep, that one was like their biggest album that got me into them. Going back on the Airbuds thing, I don't think it showed it on there,
Mm-hmm.
but I found a artist called Clay K Slider. Yeah.
Oh.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and for anyone who doesn't know the reference, KK Slider. That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I was second guessing the slider part.
Don't
Um,
second guess.
so he's a dog in the game Animal Crossing. He's a world famous touring artist. He makes all the music in the game. Somebody under the name Clay K Slider on Spotify makes covers of popular songs. Um, but like Animal Crossing. So I've been listening to Isabel cover Good Luck Babe by Chapel Roan. And there's so many of these songs. Like I'm not even joking. It's like APT, uh, Hot to Go's on here,
Oh my
Espresso,
God.
Mr. Blue Sky. I have
Pumped up kicks. You gotta be joking. That's a crazy one to cover.
oh my God. Mr. Brightside. Oh my God, wait, I didn't even process that one. Don't Stop Believing's on here.
Oh, that was mentioned earlier.
All Star, Take Me Home. I wonder how
Country
that one
roads
goes.
to the place I
He did
belong.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well,
Take on Me, Hotel California.
Panini. I forgot about that song. Fireflies.
Africa. That was a popular song in our high school.
Yes, it was.
Oh my God, Rocket Man's on here? That's kind of funny. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed our hour and 12 minutes of reviewing all these new songs that came out in the month we were gone.
Hmm.
Um, and I hope you get some good recs out of these because go listen.
Yeah. And why not give us some recommendations of songs that maybe we're not as familiar with? That way we can expose ourselves to more artists. Because it's
Exactly.
fun to share the music that we all love to listen to, even if it's like not Water Park's Heart Attack Man, Knox, or Nightly.
If it's not the same four people.
Yes. But yeah. All right. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.